Hello, how are you? Welcome back to our channel. Have you subscribed? If not, hit the subscribe button, and also you can click on the notification so that every time we release a new video, you get notified and you watch the content that we have. My name is Coach Kelvin Wanga, and today I'm here to talk about 7 marketing strategies for 2022 that you can also use in 2023. Have you ever wondered, you have the right budget, you have the right marketing department, you have the right marketing consultants, but despite doing all this, you still end up with no results? Where is it that you're going wrong, and what is it that you can do to change the situation? So this is why today I want to talk to you about secrets that many consultants, many digital marketers, and many experts don't like revealing to you, because in one reason or the other, they want to be producing results using these tactics. Many organizations suffer the challenges of not getting the desired outcome. This is whereby, for instance, you're targeting to increase sales, you're targeting to maybe build your brand, but each time you look at your social media presence, you are left wondering, what have we been doing? So today I'm here to tell you why your marketing may not be working and what you can do right to ensure that you change everything and you start getting the desired results. So why is it that despite doing all this, you end up with the results that are not convincing? One reason is the challenge that most marketers and most organizations have is we've taken marketing for granted. And I'm here to tell you that marketing is just a part of a business operation, such as the human resource, such as the accounting, or such as the finance department. And it requires time, it requires dedication, it requires results for it to bring you results. You'll find that most organizations post, let's take for an example, if you're having an internal person, they post maybe 1 time a day, they post maybe 2 times a week, or even 3 times a week, and expect this to skyrocket. What if you change your perception and give the marketing department the attention that it desires? I can tell you that you will change the situation. So number 1 point I want to talk about, you're supposed to identify the marketing sweet spot. And what do I mean by the marketing sweet spot? In the diagram below, I will be elaborating how or what I mean by the marketing sweet spot. So allow me draw this diagram here. As you can see, in the marketing sweet spot, we will draw a curve that looks like this. So in this curve, it is divided into 3. In this part, we have the what we call minimum dose effect. And in the second session, we have the sweet spot that we are talking about. And then on the other side, we have what we call diminishing returns. So every marketing department should be enjoying this place where we call sweet marketing spot. And what do I mean by that? But before I get to that, let me talk about this other side. And this is where most organizations are, whereby you find that they do limited actions on their social media platforms. They do limited actions maybe on their marketing techniques, but they expect a lot of results. Let's say for this organization whereby they do maybe 2 posts a week and expect that things are going to change. But you'll find that the minimum efforts you do, the minimum results you're going to get. Imagine getting into your organization and only looking into your accounts maybe once a week or twice a week. What effect will that have to your business? Bring that same concept into marketing. You're supposed to give it the action that it requires. You're supposed to increase the marketing activities. You're supposed to increase the marketing objectives. You're supposed to increase marketing personnel, that is digital and both the old ways of marketing. So when we talk about the sweet spot here, the sweet spot is all about increasing your visibility the social platforms. You can graduate from 1 post a day to even 5 posts a day. You can graduate from 1 video a week to even 5 videos a week. The key concept here is show up to your clients, give them value content. and be frequent, be consistent. Once you have this and you give it the right budget, you'll find that it will be easier for you to convert to these clients. And that takes me to step 3, which is the diminishing returns or no effect at all. In this phase, you'll find that however much you try to bring the activities, or however much you try to do more posts, do more boostings, there will be no result because the customers have already accustomed themselves with what you're selling. So on it. So this diagram here will help you convert whatever we are talking about. And that now brings me to point number 2. Point number 2 is something we call the marketing rule of 7. Most people believe that when a client sees their product online for the first time, despite maybe the needs of that particular client, they should buy immediately. People don't buy immediately, and that is what we apply as the marketing rule of 7. What do we mean by the marketing rule of 7? Marketing rule of 7 is that a client needs to interact with your post or with your product more than 7 times to make that decision to buy. It can go even up to 14 times, but the minimum 7 times when the client interacts with your product. Let's say, for example, today you post it, they look into your product and then scroll. The second day they see you, the third day they see you, the fourth, the fifth, until the 7th interactions. Until the 7th interaction, you'll realize that is when now the customer starts to gain that interest. He'll get back, go back maybe to your pages, go back to your website, just to see if they can contact you to buy. So don't lose hope too quickly. Don't give in too quickly that the digital marketing is not working. And this is the mistake that most people tend to make when it comes to marketing your product or services. You'll find that you will try Facebook for 1 week. If you see Facebook is not working, you'll jump to the next platform. Let's take, for example, Instagram. You'll do the same thing on Instagram, and if it is not working, you'll jump to the next platform, either Twitter or LinkedIn or even YouTube. And then, after all this has failed, you'll come back and say that digital marketing is not working. Be patient and ensure that you give these customers value content, you give them value, you give them what exactly they are looking for, and this will lead your conversion. Just to sit on that point, Aleki, you'll realize in most organizations it's all about selling what you have. Let's take, for example, I'm selling like this camera we are using today. So on Monday, I'll post the camera. On Tuesday, I'll post the camera. On Wednesday, I'll post the camera. But at the back of the client's mind, the client does not need the camera. Or let me put it this way, the client do not know why he or she needs the camera. What if you provide for me value, the reason as to why I should buy a camera instead of deciding to use my phone maybe when doing my videos? And then I'll see sales. Once you sell that to me, I see it on the first day, on the second interaction, all the way to the 7th interaction. You'll get, at some point, you'll convince me. And allow me to use this example. Let's take, for example, you are pursuing a lady. If you're pursuing this lady, just the first introduction won't make the lady fall for you. You have to do it several times. You have to sweeten the situation. You have to ensure you use the sweet words, you use the presence, you use all tactics for you to close the lady. And that is how marketing works. The first day is always introduction. The second day is always about knowing maybe the product you're selling. The third day is now gaining interest. This guy or this lady looks interesting. I think I need to do research and see what they are doing. Then the fourth, the fifth, up to the sixth. It's all about building step by step. So you find that if you apply this, what we call the marketing rule of 7, it will be easier for you to close these people. Then that brings me to point number 3. Point number 3 is have more exposure. Something we call more exposure effect. More exposure effect is it takes time to trust. Assume today you meet somebody by the road and this person tells you that he trusts you and he wants to be your friend. Would you trust this person? The first impression that will come into your mind is this a con man? Is this a burglar? Is this a robber? Why is he moving so close to me? That is how customers, or that is how people that are buying online interact with the product or services that we are selling. We are trying to force these people to believe in what we are selling. So as an organization, as a department, you're supposed to have a more exposure effect. And when we talk about more exposure effect, it's all about building that trust with your clients. How do you build this trust? You do this by, you associate frequently, you post frequently, and you keep consistent in what you are posting. Don't be too salesy in the product or services you're selling. More exposure effect is building that trust. Find a way of developing that rapport with the customers or with your prospects online. Post frequently, post valuable content. Find out what are they looking for, and how do you ensure that you position yourself as somebody who can solve the problems that they have. The point number 4 is go deep and not broad. Many a times I ask some of the clients that you're dealing with, who is your prospect? Who is your target audience? And the answer that I get most of the time is, our target audience are people who have money. Our target audience are people who are women, or are people who are men. Our target audience are youths between the age of 25 and 26. You are supposed to have a specific target audience that you are looking for, especially when you're dealing with your product or when you're dealing with your services. So it is not a must you have a wide range of audience, but you can have that specific target market that you are looking for. Are you looking for the elderly? Speak that language that the elderly are speaking. Are you looking for the youth? Speak that language that the youth are speaking. And don't just sit there. Be specific. Go deep and see the message that you communicate to these people. Let it get to them precisely and in an easier way to understand. So by going deep is identify that specific niche that your product or services are selling. Let's take for an example, you are like into selling books. What kind of people do you target with what kind of books? Assume your target audience is all about the high schoolers or the Gen Zs, these people who are just looking for fun. What kind of books are they looking for? So get to know your niche, get to know your market, and speak the right message to these people for them to come and buy from you. Then number 5 is, there's a glitch that you're supposed to know the exact person you're selling to. So my point number 5 is you need an ideal customer avatar, something we call ICA, ideal customer avatar. And when it comes to ideal customer avatar, who is your target audience? How specific do you know these people? Go deep into the demographics, their age group, their sex, and such like stuff. Then go deep. It is divided into 3 parts. That is, for you to know your ideal customer avatar, or something we call the ideal customer persona, your persona audience, you need to go to the geographical information about these people. Where do they hang out? Where do they stay? And then the 3rd part is the psychographic details of these people that you are targeting with your product. Don't be too general and don't assume that everybody else will buy from you. Be specific and get to deliver your message to these people. The mistake that we make is we tend to deliver a general message to a general audience. You're not solving my problem. You're not solving my pain points. If you speak to me directly, if you speak to me the right message, it will be easier for me to buy your product or services. And that brings me to point number 6. Point number 6 is miracles and miseries. What is your product solving in the marketplace? What is your product solving, or what pain points are you trying to solve in the marketplace? So identify the pain points of the clients. Identify what is it, what are some of the problems, what are some of the challenges, what are some of the shortcomings that these customers are going through, and then compare it to the solutions that you're bringing into the market. When you talk about the solution, what are their wants, what are their needs? How can your product or service help these people solve these kind of whatever they are looking for. Be the bridge that bridges the gap between the customer's pain point and the solution that they are looking for. Then position your organization as that which is offering the solution that they are looking for. And this is where you either lose the sale or close the sale. And it is also where most of the marketing people or most of the sales people go wrong, because they sell to customers, they sell to prospects, even without identifying what their miseries and miracles are. So position your organization as a bridge that bridges the gap between their pain points and the solutions that they are looking for. And then finally, we have sell benefits and not features. There's a saying that goes that people do not buy because they understand, but people buy because they are understood. Sell benefits, don't sell the features of the product. Let's take, for example, you're into furniture, you're into selling furnitures. Why should you choose this specific furniture as compared to this other one? It helps you save on space. Talk about the durability, talk about things that will help these customers, or things that will help these people buy from you. The most mistake we talk about is, let's take for example, you're in real estate. You talk about the size of the property, you talk about maybe the price of the property, you talk about the features of the property, but you are not telling me what are the benefits, what is in for me when I decide to buy this from you. Thank you so much, and we are giving you this tip to help you skyrocket your marketing activities or your marketing operations. If you find this valuable, find our channels. We are on all social media platforms. That is from Facebook, Pressability Digital, Twitter, Pressability Digital, LinkedIn, Pressability Digital, and YouTube, Pressability Digital. I'm looking forward to helping you change that pain point. I'm looking forward to helping you create or treat that pain point that is disturbing in your organization. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, dial the notification button so that each and every time we drop a new video, you be the first person who gets notified. Thank you and see you next time. But I'm not going to leave you. You can watch this previous video on how to sell your product. The link is attached up there. Thank you so much and see you next time.